Okay, so we're going to start out using Canva. If you don't know what Canva is, it's kind of a platform, an online platform, and somewhat like a Photoshop or like a publisher, a Microsoft Office publisher. It's really simple to use. It's really user-friendly. I use the Pro version, so some of the things that I'm using might be Pro specific. So if you don't see something on your screen, that could be why. They do have like a 30-day free trial, which is what I'm still running on. So if you wanted to give it a try that way, it's a great way to do it. I think it's like $12.95 a month. So it is worth it if you're going to be making a lot of these kind of designs for your VIP groups. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by opening up the first design that I made. This is the Happy New Year, the 2021. And then I'll go through the steps of how I created it. So you'll see here that it is completely grouped together. So I'm just going to ungroup it really quick. And you'll see each individual nail set. So I'm just going to readjust that. How I did that was I opened text, added a heading so that my font would be big. I'm going to stretch that out so that it's as large as possible. And then I am going to change the transparency of it, which it should let me do. Okay, so once you click on it, it's going to have this little, it looks like a gradient. You're going to click on that. You're going to lower the transparency as low as you feel you need it to be. Some people may need it a little darker depending on your eyesight, stuff like that. Then what you're going to do next is you're going to upload the colors of your choice. So I already have mine in here, the ones that I used to make my sets. So I'm going to use those same ones, but to upload media, it's super easy. You can upload from Facebook, Google Drive, Instagram, Dropbox, or just your regular run-of-the-mill computer. So for mine, I used the purple, and I used blue Space Case, and I forget what that one's called. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to click on it, and it's going to have a button up here called Effects. You're going to click on Effects, and it should say Background Remover. It always says that for me, but if by chance it doesn't say that for you, you can just search it and it'll come up. Again, it might be just a pro feature. So then you're going to remove the background. This is going to get rid of all that white, like dead space that you don't need. And then you're just going to adjust this so that it matches the size of the nail. That's not necessary. I do it because it makes it less chaotic for me and I can focus better. You're going to do the same thing with the other one. I'm just going to wait for that to load. And then adjust it again, just so that we have something easier to work with. Now, the next step of resizing the nail, it's going to really depend on personal preference. Whatever size you want it to be is what you can shape it to. You can do smaller, you can do larger. For this one, I'm just going to do like a decently small, but not too small. So those are roughly the same size. And then once I have my two sizings, I think that's closer, you're going to copy paste to do this. So I use Control C to copy and then Control V to paste. And then you're going to start lining them up on the number so that you can, it's kind of just like following the pattern really. And you can do this with anything. So you're just going to line them up. Oops. And the good thing about Canva is you're going to see these little pink lines everywhere. And that's what's going to tell you that you are putting them in the right spot. As you know, if you're trying to line stuff up, like I am trying to get the two to be straight. So it absolutely is helpful. And if you need to make one smaller at the end, you can do that so that it's flat. And then you'll rotate for all those angles that you need to hit. So you just curve it like this. And I know it seems kind of confusing and you're probably like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. And that was what I thought at first, but honestly, the first time I did it, it was a little confusing. But once I got the hang of it, I was like, oh, this is super easy. Anyone could do this in their sleep. It's like super, super simple. And especially numbers are so tricky because they, you know, the numbers have all these curves. A lot of pictures are not going to be as difficult as the numbers. So I'll do another example once I just finish off this too. I'm not going to do the whole letter because you guys, or number, because you guys kind of get the point, but I will do the basis of the outline. And as you can see, I'm going pretty fast. It's not like you have to sit here and be so specific and in the lines, because you're not going to see that number 2 behind it. You're just going to see the nails. So as long as the shape looks good to you, you're good to go. Nothing needs to be so perfect that it's like so precise. You just want it to be a basic general outline. So then filling it in is like the fun part, because that's just stupid easy. What I didn't do the first time was I did not count the nails. So I know a lot of people in the group are like, oh my gosh, how many nails is this? I want to use it. So I did not count. So even right now I am not counting because it's stressful to my brain. But you can definitely take it slower. That way you can keep tally of how many nails you're doing, because I just wanted it to be cute, but I do see why people would want to use it as a nail counting game, because that would be super fun for your VIP groups. A super cool, just like activity. Keep them guessing, keep them active. And we're just going to finish this off here. I don't know where that went. That just disappeared. So we're going to try that again. Okay. And now you're just going to fill it in. That's it. I said I wasn't going to do the whole one, but now I'm like here, so might as well, right? You're going to fill it all in. And this one actually looks a little better than the first one I did, because every time you do it, you're going to get a little bit better. And you're going to get more creative with it. It's so much fun to do and play around with Canva. I make so many graphics just for the heck of it. And you kind of get addicted to it, because you're like, oh, that came out really cute. I could do this one, or I could do that one. And then you just kind of, you never stop. So I definitely recommend Pro, because a lot of the stuff they have is just so fun, and it's so much cheaper than, you know, Photoshop used to be really expensive. I knew growing up, I always wanted Photoshop and I could never afford it. So Canva is a super, like, affordable expense. So there you see it. So you have your 2, and then you'll just do the same exact thing with the 0 for whatever color. You'll follow the outlines, you'll do whatever. Let me show you something different. We'll do a snowman. We'll just put them down real quick. You're going to make them big enough for you to be able to work with. And then go to your uploads. You're going to pick your neon color. So we'll use this kind of off-white color. It actually perfectly matches him. I'm pretty sure it's clear as day. But it works. It works. And then you'll do this. And you'll get the nail thumbnails. You can get them from anywhere. You can get them off of the Google Images, or you can get them off of the Color Street page directly. And I don't know why it didn't remove the background, but we'll do that again. I think I pasted something weird. Okay. There we go. I don't know why it's pasting it with the background. Maybe, oh, you know what? I bet it's because it's the clear one. Let's try with, we'll do a brown snowman, right? It's a little dirty. All right. Let's see. Move the background. There you go. You're going to adjust your sizing. And make it smaller, make it larger. Whatever tickles your fancy. And you'll just keep doing it. And it's super easy. I don't know why this is just, every time I paste it, it's not pasting with no background. Oh, there we go. I don't know why I was doing that. But, and then you'll just rotate them and just fill them in. And it's really just like kind of like coloring, but with nails. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Again, these all get saved in your files. So when you go home, you'll see a section where it says all your designs. You'll see all the posts that I've made here. And like I said, the more you do it, the more you learn. It's exciting. It's fun. Here's one that I was kind of playing around with earlier while I was doing it. And it's really not as hard as it looks. If you have any questions, I'm always open for helping people. And if you need any extra help or you want other tutorials, just let me know. All right, have fun.